Hello, Taurus. All right, Taurus. Let's see what kind of week you are going to have, Taurus. At the time of filming the video, the time of filming the video, the moon is in Libra. Only reason I talk about moon phases is because a lot of people are learning about moon phases, but all of these videos are timeless. So welcome. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. The moon is in a waning gibbous moon. We're getting closer and closer to this last quarter moon in this cycle. We're in an eclipse season, right? So we had a full blood moon in Virgo, and on the same day as a lunar eclipse, a total lunar eclipse. So a lot of childhood and ancestral traumas may have come up during that time. Things that's happening in your life right now could have triggered some memories of some things, could have been tied into some things. And so I don't want to bring anything up, so I'm not trying to trigger anybody, but could have tied into some things for you. And so hopefully you took some time to protect your energy and try to balance some things out. When the moon is in Libra, it does affect your kidneys in a good way, though. And that's just really to help balance some things out. Libra rules 7th house. It rules 7th house, and 7th house is all about marriage, relationships, partnerships, business contracts, inner desires, and also your enemies, right? So some things could come up, to kind of sort of balance you out, and just kind of sort of remind you of some things. Remember, you and Libras are ruled by Venus, and Venus is currently retrograde. Venus is the planet of love, pleasure, art, music, aesthetics. Basically, it's the planet of self-love and self-worth, right? Remember, you are ruled 2nd house. That's the house of personal resources, money, habits, possessions, values, financial security, self-worth, and also income. And so Venus is the dark side of Venus, as we're talking about duality. Dark side of Venus is it can be vain, vengeful, and green with envy, right? So some things could come up, for you. That can tie into that. So let's get into your reading, okay? Let's get into your reading. Let's see what's in your cards. Mercury is also retrograde. Virgo and Geminis are ruled by Mercury. And Virgo rules 3rd house. That's the house of early education, intelligence, sibling interaction, logic, reason, communication skills, short trips, hobbies. Virgo is ruled by 6th house. Like I said, we had a full moon in Virgo, full blood moon in Virgo. That's health, work habits, daily routines, fitness, pets, service to others, diet, spiritual practices. So a lot of things are coming up for you. So, but today is a gift. That's right. Speak it into existence. Set an intention. We are a free will, so you can set an intention every single day. Isn't that wonderful that you have the power to set an intention for your day every single day? So that's right. Set an intention. Today is a gift. It's a gift. Every day you can wake up and say it is a gift. Right, so let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Talking to you wherever Taurus is in your birth chart. Wherever Taurus is in your birth chart. So my cross watchers. Taurus rules 2nd house. So find out what your sign is in your 2nd house. Find out what your sign is in your 2nd house. Right, find out what your zodiac sign is in your 2nd house. Let's do it. All right, first card out the deck is the 6 of Cups, right? So someone's intuition is increasing. It's like somebody from the other side, someone who transitioned has passed the baton to you. It's like somebody gave you 6 more cups of water. Like creativity, like they saved you. There's like, okay, here they saved you some tears. They're basically saying, here's some tears, right here. Here's some more water, right? They're basically saying, tune into energies who are not afraid to, share. They're basically saying to you, don't be afraid of connecting emotionally with people who are helping you, like don't be afraid to, watch people who are not afraid to tap into their spiritual gifts. Even if you thought, like, emotionally, you thought, okay, this energy is just sitting at home, they're toxic, they're emotionally imbalanced, whatever. But, like, don't be afraid. Like, don't be afraid of the depth of your emotions when it comes to certain things. Like, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to dig deep, dig deeper, right? Don't be afraid to come around those houses, because here's the thing. So the Six of Cups connects us with the with Scorpio. We're not talking about any Scorpios that you know, but Scorpios rule 8th house, right? 8th house connects us. Scorpio rules. Scorpio is the death card. Don't be afraid to emotionally connect with energies that there has been you don't talk to anymore. Like, emotionally connect. Don't be afraid to connect with energies that you don't talk to anymore. Even if you're watching them, y'all don't talk anymore. No, whatever. If they're having any kind of emotional, like, online presence, because there could be a message that your ancestors are saying. Hey, all of a sudden you're thinking about somebody you don't even talk to anymore. Y'all don't mess with each other anymore, and all of a sudden they come across your spirit during this time, because your ancestors are saying tap 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 on your shoulders, Taurus. They got a message for you. You need to be paying attention. What the heck? All of a sudden you watch something, they got a message. You're like, well, hold on. Okay, wait a minute now. Hold on, Cowpo. They just delivered a message that I need to be paying attention to. Ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. I need to call. I need to get on a horn. I need to call somebody, because I just heard some. Come look at this. Come look at this. Let's come pay attention to something. Let me send this message out to some people, right? That just saved somebody something. What exactly did some people save somebody from? What they say. So today is a gift. You never know. Some people you don't talk to, you may not mess with them anymore, because you may feel like, okay, these people are toxic. I don't mess with them like that. They do stuff behind people's backs. I don't mess with them like that. You never know. You never know. People be tapped in. They be tapped into their gifts. Yeah. You may have deemed somebody a nightmare, but they may have saved you from a nightmare, because they tapped into their gifts. And here's the thing too, sometimes you don't know who's lying to you either. Sometimes you don't know who's lying to you. With all this technology and stuff, you don't know who's lying to you. You don't know who's lying to you. So here we have the Queen of Swords here. Somebody is sitting on their throne. Somebody is sitting on their throne, carefully vetting their thoughts about something right now, because they feel like somebody saved them something. Somebody saved them something. What they say, they saved them from being sacrificed. Somebody saved somebody from being sacrificed. How was Taurus being sacrificed? What the heck? Because you all made a lot of sacrifices. It looks like you and your ancestors made a whole lot of sacrifice. You and your family and your ancestors made a whole lot of sacrifice. This may be speaking to a previous video. But some people was dipping their hands in some cookie jars. Some people was doing some stuff. Yeah. So I feel like right now you all are thriving. You all are thriving. Now I'm not in survival mode, but some people are thriving. And see, when people are thriving and they're on a throne themselves, and they're helping other people to adjust their crown, they want the best for people. And so somebody was sacrificed. They stopped talking to somebody. And when people find their North Node, see, what's hidden in this right here is, one, everybody's ancestors have sacrificed something. That's everybody's ancestors. Everybody's parents, ancestors, loved ones who passed on have sacrificed something. That's everybody, right? To help everybody to save themselves from a nightmare. Their ancestors have endured nightmares to help us to not go through some of the same nightmares they went through. That's one, right? You just got to recognize that, right? So everybody is trying to get to their North Node. Everybody is trying to believe in something, right? Trying to believe in their dreams. That's what's hidden here. Everybody's trying to believe in their dreams, right? So you don't know when people are going to make it to their North Node, and who's trying to stop them from getting to their North Node. We're all here to help each other. So everybody has something in common. That's what this is. But something had to tap you on your shoulder, Taurus, and say, hey, your ancestors had to tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, look at something. Something is going on behind some closed doors that you're not aware of, but it's about to cause you a nightmare. Something's about to cause you a nightmare. So when I say today's a gift, right? Yeah. Somebody has some knowledge of something, right? Knowledge, the ledge, sitting on the owl. Somebody has some knowledge of something that you now are aware of. Somebody has some knowledge of. What they have some knowledge of? What was the knowledge? Some money knowledge. Somebody has some knowledge of some money. Who was making some money? What kind of money was they making? Whoever said. Somebody has some information of two familiar spirits. Somebody who is very, very smart. Remember here, okay. All right, so here it's genderless, right? But somebody had some information of two. Somebody has some information of two familiar spirits. Somebody who was very smart has some information about two familiar spirits who was making a lot of money. They was making a lot of money. So somebody's family must have been paying somebody a lot of money to become familiar with how people were traveling and like what they were saying. Okay, so this must be speaking to the auditing video I talked about. Like, So you have a lot of expansion on the horizon here. So somebody was baited into something you heard. Okay, here we have, so you were baited into something, Taurus. You were sacrificed. You were sacrificed. So, okay, going back in my mind about somebody being targeted. Somebody, okay, somebody's loved ones being targeted. Okay. So somebody was saying somebody was doing something behind closed doors. Okay, that's what this is. Okay, so somebody was saying that somebody was doing something behind closed doors. Somebody was involved in some kind of love, something that was going on behind closed doors. Somebody told somebody a lie, and that something was going on behind closed doors. Like romantically, something was going on behind somebody's closed doors, right? Somebody was doing something for money behind closed doors, right? Some kind of rumor or something was going on through the air about somebody involved in something behind closed doors, right? Or somebody flying, going traveling or something doing behind closed doors. Anyway, somebody was being judged. But here comes the obsession with what was going on behind closed doors in somebody's house, which was a lie. Well, partially a lie, but somebody was obsessed with what was going on behind closed doors with somebody's house. So there could be a Scorpio involved in something. So let me slow down for a second here. Because there's a lot going on here. So there's a psychic that's in his situation here. Because when I talk about zodiac signs here, I'm talking about like what's in each one of our birth charts. I'm talking to because I don't want the reading to sound like it's all over the place here. So there's cameras here because water is reflective, and so modern day water would be cameras, right? Cameras, recordings, people recording stuff, what people are saying, right? So somebody was judging somebody, feeling like they were being sacrificed because somebody felt like, something is going on behind closed doors based on how many lovers somebody has. So somebody could have been saying you had a lot of lovers and this is what you and somebody have in common, right? So let's say, for instance, you have kids with somebody and somebody else you and your person have kids, and people was judging like how many lovers you had, how many your significant other have lovers. You and your person, y'all have kids. Somebody says your person has this amount of lovers, you have this amount of lovers, and your kids almost felt like they were the sacrificial lamb, because, and people were judging you and also judging them as parents, right? In this. But something was like to a point of just obsession, of just like somebody was obsessively judging somebody else, to a point where, like I said, but somebody had to rise above the judgment in this case here, right? Because somebody was starting to have nightmares about it. This right here was starting to have some nightmares about some things, where things was almost like, okay, was somebody sacrificed as a point? I mean, at was somebody sacrificed because maybe somebody was trying to outdo somebody else, like in terms of, okay, well, you gonna get a boyfriend or a girlfriend, so I'm gonna go get a boyfriend or girlfriend too. So I feel like I'm talking about parents here of kids. If somebody's kids, somebody is now sitting on a throne, just carefully. Two adults are now sitting on a throne, carefully, just vetting their thoughts, and somebody is thriving. Like you got somebody that's thriving now. Money is now coming to play, because you got big money that's coming into play now, and so people are starting to think like if somebody was sacrificed, because there's a sadness here. Somebody has been lamenting over something. There's a sadness here, because there's a turning point happening here. There's a death. There's an ending. Something is coming to an end. Something is coming to an end. A death is not always in a physical sense. Death is the ending of a cycle. The ending of a cycle. The ending of a cycle. Meaning it's time to wake up from the nightmare. It's time to thrive. In other words, it's like two people are now, coming to a realization. It's time for everybody to save themselves. It's time for people to grow up. It's a new beginning. Everybody knows their self-worth now, in this situation here, right? Looking at the cards here, everybody got to the King of Swords here. It's time to let's collect ourselves. That's what this reading looks like. It's like everybody's saying, okay, let's collect ourselves. A new beginning here, right? So that's what we're saying here. So nobody's gonna be falling for the bait anymore, right? That's spiritual bait anymore, of just like that people judging somebody bait, right? Who made more sacrifices than the other, and all of this other stuff or whatever. So yeah, here we had a Two of Swords here, because somebody felt completely blindsided, by something, of all of this stuff being said in somebody's ear. So somebody is definitely overthinking something here, and I feel like somebody is now just grateful that something is behind them. So I definitely feel like somebody is now walking away from two karmics, tossing some things into a burning bowl. Somebody is definitely walking away from two karmics in this regard here. It's just like somebody is just feeling like you're not falling for the bait anymore. You're not falling for the toxicity of judging people and their gifts. Because all this connects us with water. Like you're not going for the hurt people hurting other people and their gifts anymore. This is what I'm seeing here. Hopefully this wasn't too, yeah, and just paying people big money when it comes to making negative comments about people's gifts and what they do for work. When you all are gifted, like you all are highly spiritually gifted, like questioning people's intelligence and what they do for work. Somebody is very successful. Child, what in the world? Look, Somebody is rising above the judgment at this point, right? Yeah, somebody could have been at a stalemate. Somebody could be, so somebody is closing something out. Somebody is closing something out. Somebody is just like, you know what? Today is a gift. Somebody ain't paying no more. Somebody is down to earth. Somebody is relatable. Somebody went down a rabbit hole and was just like, listen, they bought into a fairy tale that actually ended up being a nightmare. They felt blindsided by something. Child, they said, you know, I ain't falling to that. They getting some rest, child. They moving on. I said, they just moving. They get on a boat and moving on. Child, just sailing across the water. Yeah. That's how you went into your gift. There it is. You went through a dark night of the soul yourself and went right into, stepped into the light. This right here, dark and light. That's right. You went through your own initiation process. And Source had to say somebody was giving something way too much thought, because that's what High Priestess is. High Priestess energy, light High Priestess. There's duality in everything. Light High Priestess energy is like, you have to do the shadow work. You have to do the shadow work. And everybody is not going to see you do your shadow work. That's the problem. Too many people want to see people do the shadow work. Like, you got to make a stand on a soapbox and share everybody, like a testimony, to share everybody what shadow work you did, so everybody can judge you, just everybody, you know, beady eyes looking at you to see what shadow work you did, to see if it's under everybody else is like, okay, you need to do a little bit more shadow work. Okay, that's going to determine whether you were actually a light High Priestess or not. Some people don't know what people's dark night of the soul was for them to do the shadow work. So Source is saying, yeah, today is a gift. Today is a gift. You're not falling for that bait anymore. You're not falling for that overthinking stuff anymore. Yeah, somebody was paying big money for something that was... So anyway, something is closed out. Two of Wands here. You waiting for some results. You're planning, making some decisions. You leaving home. Yeah. I feel like somebody may be doing some, looking here, like maybe some astral projection here. For those of you all who may be reading up on astral projection, as far as two energies, talking about expansion, you know, possibly with two energies through your High Priestess gifts here. Maybe astral projection through the air, right? That can come through people's dreams. Talking about expansion or whatever, but like I said, today is a gift, but like, you're spending a whole lot of money on some stuff, talking about growth and expansion there, abundance, those kind of things. But here we have Queen of Cups here. Looking at your cards here, I'm seeing you learning how to pour more into yourself, you know, being more calm, more supportive, more nurturing of self. You know, moon sign, of course. Pouring more into your High Priestess gifts. I'm talking to men and women. I see you just pouring more into you. 10 of Cups. Yeah, see you having more inner happiness, more family reunions, total love, support, fulfillment, your dreams coming true, because again, you're pouring more into yourself. This is more of like a comfort zone for somebody. Somebody really becoming more comfortable with your High Priestess gifts because you've done the shadow work. Right, so somebody's going to feel more comfortable having those conversations. So even when you have people who are opposing your gifts, people who try to bait you into, oh, I don't believe in that kind of stuff, and so, because people they be like, oh, I don't believe in that kind of stuff. That stuff is crazy. That's demonic. That's evil. People are going, oh, that's crazy, and they're going to try to debate you. This is all this right here. They're going to try to outsmart you. No, I don't. Whatever. Like I said, you're down to earth and you're relatable. So we got 2, 5, 6, 7. So it said you're just going to shut the conversation down. You'll be able to defend your decision to move on from something without even coming across as defensive. That's what it's going to really boil down to. Yeah, you won't even come across as defensive at all. At all, it won't even come across as defensive. People will sit there and try to argue you down. I mean, like literally try to cuss you out, go off on you. They would try to pull out this book, that book, this and that, try to compare you to other people like they're your opposition, try to muddy your waters, try to outsmart you, tell you that this person is smarter than you are. It's like it's a contest for some people, and you just sit there like, I was trying to think, is it Garfield the cat with the look? Whatever. But anyway, source is saying to you, like I said, today is a gift. Anyway, you just closing out a cycle. Closing out a cycle and just moving on. Child. Closing out a cycle and moving on, child. Moving on. But yeah, so you're just doing the work. Just doing the work. Doing the work. You sacrificed enough. You're rising above any kind of judgment whatsoever. And just moving on. Moving on, moving on, moving on. Focusing on you. Focusing on you. And your soulmate. Whoever your soulmate is, you're focusing on you. So that's what I see. That is what I have for you. So for those of you all who are single, you're welcoming new love coming across your path, if that's what the case is. And again, I'm talking to you wherever Taurus is in your birth chart. That's everybody. My cross watchers, wherever that's coming across your path. A lot of people have new love coming across their path. So whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. You got somebody got new love coming across. You're rising above whatever judgment. Who has time for that? Who has time for it? Who has time? So yeah, today is a gift. Let's see. So public face. So it's okay to be yourself. So I see you being successful. You're on the right track. I see a new opportunity coming across your path. You got the right ideas. Bright ideas. You're moving on up. I'm seeing you using wisdom. I'm seeing a home-based business. I see you going on a vacation. You have a lot of foresight. We see the money tree here. Some savings coming across your path, meaning money coming across your path. You're a hard-working person. You got big money coming across your path. I'm seeing direction here. I'm seeing you winning, hashtag winning, just winning in life in general. So, child, let people learn how to let people argue with themselves, whatever. Anyway. Who is this Virgo? Somebody was okay. If you're in a relationship with somebody was comparing their spiritual gifts with your person that you're in a relationship with. Okay. Anyway, let's keep it high vibrational. You feel like you win in that life, just leave it there. And no comparison. That's the problem. Anyway, so trust your feelings. So you are unique. Your destiny is waiting for you to write your story and pave your own path. Follow your heart. Don't let others dictate who you should be. A deeper world. So don't push or force your way through life. Finding balance, even in dark times, will open your heart to the depth of compassion in everyday moments. What do you want? If you react negatively to others' success and joy of others, it's a sign that you want more for yourself. Don't hold yourself back. Expand your comfort zone. And authenticity attracts. So being authentic attracts the right people and repel the wrong ones. When you stay true, you naturally filter out those who don't align with your path. That's it right there. That's it. Just be you, for real. You'll attract who you're supposed to attract. It'll repel the other ones. The end. Rejuvenate yourself. Know your limits and allow them to guide you. Limitations can teach you to take better care of yourself. You have full permission to rest and say no. And so, spark of life. Don't sink into hopelessness and despair, for in your life, in you, I guess the person who was writing this meant to say, for in you lives a spark of life that is undefeated and unbeatable. You can overcome everything your destiny depends upon. Yeah. Everything is falling into place for everybody. Whoever's supposed to be with whom is going to be with whom. Wherever you're supposed to land, you're going to land. What you're supposed to do is going to happen. I mean, people out here just doing the absolute most. So congratulations to whomever for whatever is going on. But things are growing for somebody. So congratulations to you. Like I said, I see somebody traveling. You have a don't fall for the okie doke. I'm seeing a lot of expansion here. You know, sometimes exes who are not. It's like I said. It's just time for people. Somebody always gonna be. If it's kids or whatever involved, sometimes kids are a little sad. You know, because they wish people were together. You know, that's just what it is. But you know, it shouldn't be the the grown folks. You know, still acting some kind of way. The people need to. Anyway, so that's what I have for you. Hopefully you all have a great week. Have a great week. Like we said, close out the cycle. It's a whole new. We're still in eclipse season. A new moon is coming. A solar eclipse is coming up, and so that's where you're gonna be hitting the reset button. But finish out this cycle strong. You know, slow walk it, so that way you feel like, okay, in this year 9, you've broken all karmic cycles within yourself. So when you feel like in this year 9, it's a whole new you, a new everything, where you feel like, okay, finally, when you say today is a gift, you waking up, you rising and shining, you dusting off your shoulders. Some cycles have closed out. You've risen above the judgment. You doing your thing. Anyway, that's what I have for you. And you are comfortable with all these gifts your ancestors worked so hard for you to have. You're not hating on nobody. None of that. You ain't receiving anybody else's hate. You don't think people being shady with you. None of that. You down to earth. You relatable. All of that. So that's what I have for you. Hopefully this has been helpful. See you in the next video. Bye.